Adil Anwar Ansari, who's studying in Ambassador School at grade 8. Also, I am a behavior analyst by profession. Of course, Adil has inspired me to take this profession, and the main aim of this video is to inspire many more parents and many more children, and to put up this message that nothing is impossible for our children. With proper intervention and proper therapies, everything is possible.
How will you summarize autism for people who are not familiar with the term?
Autism or autism spectrum disorder is mainly a neurodevelopmental disorder. It affects three areas: it's communication, social interaction, and repetitive behavior. The severity of all these varies from child to child. For example, for communication, there will be the range varies from poor eye contact or poor communication to vocal communication to no communication at all. So the impairment varies in terms of severe impairments to the least. For example, language deficit, it varies from poor communication, poor comprehension to severe speech delay. So ASD has varieties of strength and needs. So our intervention will be based upon their needs rather than their diagnosis alone.
What are general misconceptions and myths about autism, and how did you address him? How do you address them?
So there are many myths and misconceptions about autism. The first one is autism is a disease. Autism is not a disease to be cured with medicine. Individuals with autism can live an independent, functional, and productive life with proper therapy and professional help. As I said in the beginning, it is a neurodevelopmental disorder. Second myth is autism children, all the autism children has the Savant skills. Having Savant syndrome is real, but all autism children have a Savant skill is a myth. Individual with autism has keen interest in specific topic. So once they have a specific interest in a specific topic, they will have a higher information about it. And this mostly is misunderstood as a Savant skill. The third myth is one can outgrow autism. In autism developmental disorder or autism spectrum disorder, it's not a disease to be cured or it can be outgrown. It is a developmental disorder. Even though they have a developmental disorder, they can live a very productive, independent and functional living style with proper intervention and therapy. The fourth myth is autism. Individuals with autism are very violent. This is a very unfair and very harmful statement. Having aggression is there for the neurotypical children also. These children exhibit aggression, yes, but because of their impairments in social communication or because of their sensory issues. So it is not that all individuals with autism will have an aggressive behavior. Next is individual with autism cannot form a relationship. That is also not true. Even though they don't have a proper communication skill, they are very much interested and they are willing to form relationship with friends. They are interested to have a family, spouse or children. They can have a successful, a purposeful and a meaningful relationship. As I said, there are many myths and misconceptions, but the most prominent one which I heard very commonly from the society is bad parenting causes autism. This is a very mean statement and it's very untrue. Bad parenting cannot cause autism, and it does not in any way reflect the reality, love or parenting style of any parent to cause autism.
Based on your experience, what are the biggest challenges and how did you address them?
The biggest challenge, based on my experience, I would say that the journey of autism has been a roller coaster ride and there was a lot of challenges. However, right now the biggest challenge I have is what's next. The future of these children, I think most of all of the parents, 99% of the parents with special needs children will have this concern or challenge that what is the next, what will be the future. We don't have a clear plan. So thinking about the future is the biggest challenge. We have it as of now.
What will be one message you would like to give it to students and society?
The one message I would like to give the students and the society is inclusion is not a choice. It's your moral, social responsibility. It is difficult, it is challenging, yes, but together we can.